December of 2017 when I upload it, or at any point in 2018. It really does not matter. It's truly a timeless video speaking about the energy between you and your twin flame for this lifetime. Now, this is a general reading, so this may or may not fit, okay? And this reading is going to be very specific, so if the details and facts don't really resonate with you, then this reading probably isn't for you. But some of you may have met your twin flame already. Maybe you're with them. Maybe you guys are disconnected at this time. And for some of you, you haven't met this twin flame yet. So it will truly be different for all of you. So with that said, and all the decks I'm using in this reading, along with the meaning of their placement in this reading, is listed in the top comment below this video. So I highly recommend you take a look at that just to get a better idea of, what's going on in this reading. So let's get started, Aquarius. I'm going to draw some cards to look at your energy specifically and your twin flame's energy specifically for this life. Like who you guys are as people. So you are coming out as the spiral dancer, circulus route perception. So, Aquarius, with this card, many of you feel like, I'm going to say your twin flame specifically, you kind of feel like it's the same thing over and over again. Like you might feel like this life is about like the same experiences over and over again, but the truth is they're not the same experiences, okay? Each time you circle back around something, you have the opportunity to change your perception about it and to come into new understanding about a situation or a person or why things really happened the way they did, and look at things from a more divine perspective, okay? And for the Aquariuses in this, this reading is for your life, like your soul path for this life. You have big time this energy where you're going to feel like you're kind of repeating the same things. And even, with your twin flame, I feel for many of you, this person is going to be somebody that you date and you break up with and you get back together at some point, okay, just because this card came out. So I hate to say that, but honestly, a lot of twin flames, that's the energy. They come together and at some point they separate, and it's not because they don't love each other, but there's some things in life that we have to learn on our own and face on our own, okay? So you might feel as though coming back with this twin flame, it will be the same thing again, but it's not, and nothing you're experiencing is truly the same thing, okay? You're being brought back around because there's more information for you, there's more that you didn't see, there's more that you didn't perceive, okay? And for many of you, you might feel like, oh, my twin flame, you might not even consider them your twin flame and just think they don't love you, but that's not the case. So let's see. Okay, they are coming out as the Queen of Light, illumination, enlightenment, celebration. Wow, Aquarius, your twin flame is a very, very spiritual being, okay? I'm just going to put that out there based on this card here. And for many of you, this might actually be a water sign or somebody with a lot of water energy in their chart, okay? Because the Queen of the Light is somebody who is very spiritual, very connected in to the universe. They could be a humanitarian, they could be like an animal advocate, things of that nature, but also they have an energy about them where they want to celebrate life. Like small little subtle things about life are magical to them, and that might be what, captivates you to them, is just they're magical to you, and they see the world and life and reality and the whole existence of mankind in such a different way than you do. That's what pulls you into them, and it's like there's just this magic air about them, and things seem to always work out for them. And a lot of people look to them for advice, spiritual advice, or counseling of some kind. People consider this person a really good friend. So for you, I feel like they are the key that helps you shift your perception about life, about reality, about everything that you've been through, about these patterns that you feel like you continually repeat over and over again. So there's great illumination for you. Many of you are intended to awaken on a high spiritual level this lifetime in the partnership of your twin flame, okay? Very strong energy of that, Aquarius. So, if you don't, your twin flame is somebody that you feel a profound spiritual connection to. Like, they might be not even what you typically go for or anything like that, okay? But there they are, and you just feel it, and they make you feel a way that you don't feel with anybody else. Like I said, with celebration being attached to this energy, for some of you, meeting them is like, it brings you back to life, okay? And for others of you, it's even like, if you think they're not compatible for you, which they are, I mean, they're your twin flame, but some of you might not think that. It's like you don't mind it. You're like, I will accept that. I will tolerate that. I'm so enamored by you. I'm so fascinated by you, okay? And again, they really help pull you out of this energy of where you feel like you're just kind of repeating the same things over and over and over again. It's like they bring the illumination into your life and help you understand. So let's pull a flames card to see what the energy is of your spiritual connection, okay? We have the Five of Flames. Yep, just like I said. Many of you, there's a lot of conflict within about this twin flame. Is this the right one for me? Because, like, on one level, like you see here, the sun depicted in the sky. They're the sun in the sky, but there's just some things where I feel like you guys don't fully click. And it's not because you aren't meant to be together. We all have our challenges, but for whatever reason, either you or your twin flame feels very conflicted about the connection, okay? So your soul connection, the way that it's initially felt, is very confusing to you. It might be like a bit too much, because for many of you, you've never felt it before. You've never had that kind of connection with somebody, so it could be very frightening. It can, seem like you won't be in control, or as if somebody's trying to manipulate you, or things like that. So initially there's conflict within you or within them, or both of you, okay? But with the sun here, it's like you are their sun in the sky and they are the sun in your sky, regardless of these internal conflicts or these outright differences that would deem you guys incompatible, okay? But you're not. I mean, if it's your twin flame, you're not incompatible, even if the situation is presenting you with such information, okay? Twin flames grow you and help you overcome your hardest challenges in life, but we all get there on our own. Who stands beside us is only support and can only walk the journey with us. They can't do it for us, okay? So let's take a look at your physical foundation, your physical connection. Seven of Crystals. So with this does speak true of, like how I said, I feel you'll break up and get back together. This to me is where you've put energy and effort and work into something, but you're waiting for the results, okay? So for some of you, it's like you guys come together physically and then there's disconnection, and you come together physically and then there's disconnection, and there's like this element of waiting, no matter what you do. And for others of you, what I get about this physical connection, the foundation is that to be with your twin flame, or for them to be with you, maybe you guys, one of you needs to relocate somewhere else, or due to job, or for whatever reason, maybe there is that element where you have to relocate, and it leaves you feeling segregated and separated from your friends and family, or leaves them feeling segregated and separated from their friends and family, okay? But there is this element of waiting for things to finally, fully, physically solidify with this card, okay? And this is your physical foundation. So the way I look at this energy is the initial, the onset, when you're first coming together, and any challenges that you guys may face with each other. So an element of waiting and patience is needed. That might be why there's these internal conflicts about, is this the right person for me due to these obstacles? But this is your twin flame, so yeah, this is the right person for you. And, any obstacle or challenge you face, you agreed to that before you came here with them, okay? So this is going to be your emotional connection. We have the Eight of Cups. Okay, again, this is that energy of walking away. And paired up with this, it's like, for some of you, you guys could have been in a relationship for like 5 to 8 years, and then you guys break up, okay? And again, it doesn't mean that you're broken up forever. There are some things in life that we have to experience on our own, without our twin flame, or even without the close connection of anybody else. Okay, that's just life in general. So for the Aquarius I'm reading for, I definitely feel like there's this point where you guys break up with each other, okay, and you go your separate ways. But, we'll pull obviously lots more cards to see, do you guys come back together? Or is that just the way it is? I mean, I personally feel like twin flames will always be together, so. But for you guys, there's this element where you walk away from each other for whatever reason. And you need to trust that that is exactly how it needs to be for now. And with this Seven of Crystals, it's like one of you will wait for the other till the end of time. Like, it doesn't matter. It's like, I'm not moving on. I'm not going to get with anybody else. I'm going to wait for you to come back to me because I know that you are the one. So this here is the Orbs card. This is the challenge that you guys have. We have the Two of Orbs. Very interesting. So this is about blocking out. So there's an element, the challenge between the two of you, where either you, and I feel Aquarius, I'm sorry, I feel like it's more you, just based on the energy that your twin flame is showing up as, where you really struggle to fully reveal yourself emotionally and soulfully, like the way that this person can, okay? And it's almost like they demand that of you. It's like, look, here is my soul, here is my heart, I need you to show me that in return. And I feel like you struggle with that a little bit for whatever reason, okay? You might not be as open as your twin flame is emotionally. And so it feels like there's this element where one of you or both of you block each other out at various points, and it's due to this incompatibility that you perceive as there, that both of you perceive as there. But it's really not. It's just, the challenge that you decided to work with this lifetime with each other. But the challenge is feeling blocked from each other. So again, I feel like you guys live in different locations from each other, some of you. But let's pull some sexual tarot to look at your intimate energy and connection. And you know what? For some of you, either you or your twin flame at some point may have some question or some confusion. Are you my twin flame, or is this other person my twin flame? Okay, very interesting that would come out. But with that Two of Swords, I do see that where you either have great love for two people or your twin flame has great love for two people. And so there's maybe some element of confusion at some point of, who am I really supposed to be with? So we have the Hanged Man. Yeah, this goes right with that Seven of Crystals. There is this element of disconnection or distance between the two of you, but there's this great desire. And if you notice, lying beside her, there's this couple, like these little dolls, completely bound to each other. But you see her hands are bound, and she's not even looking at the man in this picture. And, there's restriction here. There's being held back on some level here. And then we have the Four of Wands. But when we do come together, we have a really good time. It's very playful. There's a lot of sexual chemistry. There's a lot of passion. And we have a lot of fun. And then here it is, the sadness again. So it's like we come together, we go apart. We come together, we go apart. Aquarius, many of you, this twin flame of yours, for either when you guys are first together or at some point in your life, it's like that you are living in different locations, or you live really far apart, or there's something that prevents you guys from seeing each other often. Okay? And so it's like restriction, and then we come together and it's this really good time, and then it's sad because we're apart. So that could be due to, location differences, but also this could speak to this pattern, it's just like the same thing over and over again, where you and this person come together and you guys have a lot of fun and you're really connected, and then for whatever reason there's disagreements, there's friction, there's disconnection, and then you go your separate ways, and then you come back together, and then the same thing happens over and over again. And you're like, if this was my twin flame, then how on earth would this be what continually happens over and over? And the thing is you need to come into a new perspective, okay? You really do, about the situation here, your own behavior, your own actions. And in doing that, whatever needs to be worked out in the energy of your twin flame will naturally just start to unfold, okay? So let's take a look at the spiritual map of your journey together in this lifetime, the energies behind that, how that's playing out for you guys. And these are just the major arcanas that I'm pulling this information for. Okay. We have the moon, yes, lots of emotion, lots of back and forth, ebb and flow. However, deep connection, reflection. Here we are being apart from each other, but look at that, the moon and the light. Oh my goodness, and the great wheel. Oh, so beautiful. I actually, Sometimes the message I get is nothing I could really articulate into words, okay? But I want you to notice this Luna, this is your Queen of Light right here, okay? Whether this is a male or female energy, this is the same energy right here. This reflection, this is you, Aquarius. Do you see this moon and this little lantern, how they're coming towards each other, okay? What this represents to me, again, is this person, the ocean, and this great big moon, all these stars in the sky. They're very intuitive. They might even be psychic. They are many of you, this is a water sign. Man, it's so strong, water here. And I feel like spiritually, like their soul wisdom, I don't want to say is more grown than yours, but they have far more access to their soul wisdom than you do, okay? It's like they were born this life in just knowing things and just being in that element. And you showing here as what would be the Hermit in a standard tarot deck in reflection is this little lantern that's, quite a bit smaller than the size of this moon, though they're giving off the same color of light. Is this lifetime, this twin flame is pulling you, is growing you into becoming the Luna card, okay? Into becoming that soul version of yourself that has always existed, but you aren't so connected into for whatever reason, okay? That's what this twin flame is giving to you this lifetime, is really pulling you out of yourself in a spiritual way. And everything that happens, every step of the way, everything works out exactly as it was meant to be, Aquarius, okay? It truly does, because we have the great will here. So it's like, it's all meant to be, and it will all unfold exactly how it's supposed to. Even if you feel like it's the same thing repeating over and over, it will always feel that way until you change your perspective about things. But the one thing that is for sure here, there's great love, okay? There is great love between you and this person, and it's very spiritual. Like, your connection goes beyond the I love you. It's like they can read your mind, they can feel you, they know when things aren't going well for you. It's just like they can see right through you, and that might scare you a little bit, and that might be why you have this Two of Orbs here as the challenge, where it's too much for you and you want to block them out, because they can just see right through you, okay? They know everything. It's like you can't hide a single thing from them. So let's see how this energy is playing out in the physical realm for you guys. Caring connection, yep. Like I said, great love, deep bond between the two of you, despite any challenge. Man holding coin and tragedy. Okay, so deep connection, as I've been saying, but man holding coin and tragedy, I get the sense that either you or your soulmate, one of you, has money or owns your own business or is very money savvy, invests well, okay? One of you has that element about you. And with tragedy here, I feel like, again, no matter what plays out, there's always going to be this need to come back together, and I will always find my way back to you. If you are apart from your twin flame at this time, either you or they are trying to think in their head, how can I bring this person back to me? How can I get back there? You might be thinking that as well, okay? But what I see here playing out in the physical realm is you guys are very in love. It's a true blue connection right there, okay? One of you might be more focused on money, and you turn away from the twin flame because you're like, oh, this is just too much, okay? But nonetheless, for others of you, I feel like you guys start a business of some kind together in this lifetime, okay? that's on the table because we have caring, connection, man holding coin, and strategy. So you guys, I feel for Aquarius, like you guys definitely have this energy about of being wealthy or financially comfortable together. Okay, so let's pull some romance angels to see how this is playing out in the spiritual. I'm sorry, in the emotional realm. Like, how is your emotional connection experience? Because physically, it looks like you guys have a good life together, materially. And one of you or both of you are just very money smart, very money wise. And I'm going to say that's probably more on you, Aquarius, because just this water sign just seems like the spiritual aspect of things. Not to say they don't have their own money or they can't take care of themselves. I just feel like they're more in the spiritual realm and you exist more in the physical realm. Okay, and so you're really good at, making money or providing material, and they're really good at, talking about the philosophies of life and stretching your mind and allowing you to grow into a higher version of yourself. Like, there's just no way to express the wisdom that exists within your twin flame, okay? It's like they speak the language of the universe. Express your love, yep. Again, with this Two of Orbs, one of you, which I'm going to say it's probably most likely you, just based on how your twin flame's coming through, you have a hard time expressing yourself, your emotions. And then we have deception. But with this card, this is more about the masks that we wear, where we're holding back and we're not fully expressing everything that we truly feel inside. And so sitting next to express your love, I feel like there's some holding back. Pay attention to the red flags. Okay, well, with pay attention to the red flags, I can't sugarcoat that one on any level, Aquarius. I'm sorry. I feel like, and that might be why this is the spiral dancer, and there's blockages. There may be some deception in the relationship, okay, on your side or their side, or maybe even both sides, okay? And you feel that. We're talking about our emotions here. So emotionally, either you or they feel manipulated or deceived or betrayed in some way at some point along this journey, okay? And that might be where strategy comes into play, because maybe somebody needs to apologize and ask for forgiveness, okay? But don't just discount and write somebody out of your life if they screwed up one time, Aquarius, okay? You really need to pay attention to the connection that you guys share. And maybe you are the one that has done some things and you lost connection with your twin flame because of that, and you're in this space of trying to strategize on how to get back to them and, be together once again. So even though there's this really deep kindred spiritual connection, you guys are going to go through some things that definitely test the relationship and make you question the integrity of the other person. But I don't know, it looks like your twin flame, Aquarius, is really gonna grow you on a spiritual level this lifetime. And that's what your connection looks to be about more than anything. And with the great will there, purity, yes. I don't know. What I feel here, and this is general, so it could go either way, with purity coming out, it's like one of you is very illuminated, enlightened, honest, true, pure, all of it. And the other one is not so much all of those things, okay? This is general, so it could be that you are this queen of light, and you are true, and you are honest, and you have been that all the way through, and your twin flame has been the one playing games and maybe being manipulative and not so honest, okay? But it's like one of you is true, blue, and pure, and the other one is kind of deceitful and not exactly truthful and maybe even selfish and self-centered. And eventually what I feel is the love and the connection between the two of you balances that out. And the one who hasn't been honest and true really comes to regretting that and comes to a place of strategy where they want to right the wrong that they have done because it's your twin flame. You know, you can't escape each other. You will always feel each other, even when you are apart from each other. Alright, so we're going to go with that one as your final advice and information from the universe. And we got healing, yeah. So Aquarius, I feel like many of you have already met this twin flame. And there's some things that have happened. And you need to allow the healing to happen and take place because you guys are meant to be. You have the great will there. You are meant to be. Despite what you've been through, those are only the challenges that you need to overcome as twin flames to grow yourselves on a spiritual level. Because even though you have this story that you two are going to share this lifetime, you each have your own path for your own soul growth that has nothing to do with each other for this lifetime, okay? That's why sometimes you're together and then other times you're apart. And I just want you to recognize we have 2 medicine bottles back here. Both of you need great healing and need to let go of some things and come into new perspective, okay? But Aquarius, don't give up on your twin flame. Even if you feel like things are never going to change, they are. Come into a new perspective. It doesn't matter who's right or who's wrong. The moment you change your mind and change your beliefs and your perspective, that changes everything else, okay? And it will change the energy between you and your twin flame. And it will, get them on board, get them to change. You don't know, but it starts with you. So whatever you've gone through or you go through with them, just know it is part of your plan, which you both decided at a spiritual soul level, and it's accomplishment. And with healing here, always allow the healing to happen between the two of you, okay? Because the connection that you guys share is undeniable. It's out of this world. You will never forget them. They will never forget you, no matter how far you guys may wander from each other, okay? You're twin flames. So, Aquarius,